Any Rihanna fans? Oh, Nana, what's my name? Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well. Yes, you on the bus, the person peering over your shoulder watching you right now. Hello, and I hope you're doing good. Today we are doing a video on the 1, 2, 3, 4 playlist, which doesn't actually exist yet. One pan to make 3 recipes for you. Like what we did there? Let's learn to count, but let's also learn to cook. This is the Yum Capacitor. Yes, it makes time travel possible. It's something that I sketch out before doing these things so far, and I think I might just carry on doing it. So this is what we're gonna do. I teased the idea of doing different cuisines like Chinese and Indian. In fact, it is Indian we're gonna do today, and you can make this as basic as you want. By the end of this video, we should have rice, we should have a naan bread from scratch, and curry, chicken curry. Oh my gosh. But if you wanted to, of course, you could take it up a notch to this one, which is what I was thinking about, and we might do a teasy bonus portion with onion bhajis and samosas and stuff. So, hey, that's cool, isn't it? Let's jolly well get on and do it. This is the rice I'm using, but I want to show you something completely therapeutic and not necessary. But look, when you weigh it out, look, just do this for a little bit. It's amazing, it's really addictive. It just like to sort of joins together. Well, the first thing we're actually going to cook is our chicken, because whatever meat you're going to use for your curry, you need to make sure that it's cooked through fully. So this actually, look, this isn't actually chicken. This is about half an onion that I've just sliced thinly like so, because we're going to need that too. We're going to cook it at the same time as the chicken to proper soften it up and ram it first with flavour. This is just a pack of diced chicken breasts that I got from the supermarket. Initially, a tablespoon of curry powder. Now we just tend to have loads of mild curry powder in the house because the girls mainly, they do like a curry, but they like it mild. And all I'm doing is just coating that just very lightly. There we go. So that's stained it slightly, the flavor's in there, and the smell already is really, really nice. Funny thing when you cook a curry is because you know that you're cooking it, and kind of like when you're using garlic as well, like you can smell it and you're aware of it and you like it, but to everyone else it's like, oh my gosh, that stinks. Sorry, just getting a bit personal. Oh, if you like the tuxedo t-shirt, by the way, me and my friends, we bought these. I don't sell these, you just Google tuxedo t-shirt. We sometimes wear them when we play football against other teams and it confuses them. It's pretty cool. But the Marathon t-shirt that I wore on the last video is actually my merch store. If you click the link in the description below, a lot of you guys are asking where that was, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell you. Now I am. All right, so this is the Yum Capacitor, which makes tasty food possible. But first, preheat my oven. Because it is the chicken and the onions that we just flavoured that are going in first, all on their own. They get this whole pan to themselves. It's like when you go to a swimming pool and like it's empty, you're like, yeah, I own this place. But you've seen me use this before. I'm not gonna sort of show how I've made this fully. Basically, you have to just get creative with tin foil and fold it up. If you fold it, it gets nice and strong. The rice is gonna bake independently in its own little vessel, which we'll cover and seal. In here, this is like a separate one that I fold up. If you fold up the foil, you get nice strength and compartments, okay? And the baking parchment is just an optional thing. I don't want to sort of electrify it. I've got a filling at the back. I just don't like it. All right, don't want foil on my chicken. And I don't know if this is going to happen just yet, because we could end up making that slightly more advanced Yum Capacitor. I've made an extra divider, again, by folding it up. And what I can do is I can lift this compartment out, sit this one in, sit that back in, like so. And I might be able to have a section for my naan bread and another section for a bonus Indian cuisine. Ooh. You can proper go to town on this. We're making the sauce from scratch. You could just buy a jar and bung it in. You could get the samosas and all that from the supermarket, which I do have. I'll show you what in a bit. Oh, do you know what? I actually forgot, amongst all of that excitement, to add just a little smidgen of oil to help get the onion and chicken going, okay? All right, I don't know if you can see, I've just added another little bit of foil on there. There was a teeny weeny gap, and the worst thing we want is our naan bread getting soaked in the sauce, escaping. I mean, obviously it all goes down the same way, right? But we want to kind of keep it divided. Let's get our chicken and onion in there. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And that little oven dish for the rice, we don't need to leave that in there, but I'm gonna do it just for stability to stop the foil moving. It won't, it's pretty strong stuff, but in it goes. And we'll come back to that in about 15 minutes. Okay, when it comes to the homemade naan, you know that I love doing the Greek yogurt and flour thing. Literally those two mixed together makes flatbreads. I mean, you can, so many twists on it. People call it like pizza breads, flatbreads, naan breads, whatever breads you want. You could even make loafers out of it. I don't know if you've seen that tweet I sent the other day where it was loaf of bread shoes. Amazing. This is another naan bread recipe, but there's no yeast in it. It's the yeast I could do. I thought I'd show you it, and I'm gonna put a little bit of seeds and stuff in it. Of course, you could put coconut in it. You could do the whole sort of crazy thing with meat. Make it your own, all right? Let's just have a chat. Whatever naan you wanna do. It's none of my business. All right, so we have got the plain flour right here, and we're gonna add all our dry ingredients first of all. I'm not going to do an unnecessary Salt Bae today, all right? Due to a legal battle with his team. This is some baking powder. Nice. And this is some sugar. And this is a little bit cheeky because I just happened to leave this out because of the onions and the chicken. This is just a teeny bit of curry powder. Why don't we stick that in there? I don't know. It might not work. I might have destroyed this recipe now. I'm also going to add, so this is where you can go crazy, add your own sort of stuff. This is some caraway seeds and this is some mustard seeds. Okay, so all of our dry ingredients together. That's a little mix. Every time I say a little mix, don't think of the girl band, people, okay? We're better than that. And I'm just gonna make a little well. So I haven't done that for so long. This is some milk. And this should look pretty cool. This is some olive oil again. There you go, give me that oil spill. All right, let's just let it get to know each other. All right, if anything, that's a little bit too wet, actually. I always find it's easier to make something wetter because if it's too dry, you can just slowly add that. But obviously the other way around, yeah, we just add some flour. This is where you go in like a vicious circle where you add too much flour and then you add milk and then you end up with this huge sort of mix. And you're like, what am I going to do with this? We're going to need, no pun intended, some more plain flour anyway, because we are going to need this anyway, just for a little bit, and then we'll leave it. So the wedding ring is off. Whenever I need flour, you guys are always like, you can't take your wedding ring off, man. I mean, even though I had a shower, like, it's fine. It's all been cleaned. I worked all the grooves of the wedding ring. But you got to do what the internet say. So that's the story of the 8 years of my life. And we're just going to need this. I can still feel a little bit of wetness from the oil and the milk there. But just by getting this working a little bit, I should have stuck this down with a little wet cloth. Doesn't matter. Nice and elastic. I'll be doing this for about 5 minutes. So you just enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing. And so yeah, let me know today, like, where you are. Sometimes you guys are on a bus, like I said earlier, on a train, on a plane. You might be watching me on a big TV. I always find that quite surreal. What?
Something smells good.
You just appeared out. You've been in that utility room the whole time? Like, I could hear little noises. You alright? Something smells good.
It smells amazing.
It's not me, sorry.
Is it acceptable to have a curry for brunch?
Yeah, we are having a brunch. It's like a kedgeree without the eggs. It wouldn't be a Barry video without me doing something for the first time. Like most of my recipes are, it's just kind of like winging it. I don't have the time and the resources to test recipes all the time. But my main thing, like I said, is to just inspire you guys to take it to the next level. I want yours to always look better than mine. So with this dough, you should be frying this. So I'm just really praying it's going to work when we bake it. I mean, we could just keep baking it till it burns, right? All right, so we're just gonna leave that. I've just flattened it down. It's gonna just rest for a teeny weeny bit. And no, you can't just sit and chill and watch Cobra Kai. Have you seen that? Oh my gosh. I didn't watch it on YouTube Red, sorry. I watched it on Netflix. It's amazing. It's like so good. I binge watched all of it. I know they filmed series 3, but if there's anyone watching from Cobra Kai, series 4, if you need a British guy to make naan breads in the background in one scene, all right? Just let me know, I'll be there. It's honestly, it's so, I just pray that because that worked, I just pray they don't do anything to Back to the Future. Please don't. But they've nailed that, fair play. Anyhow, we're not just gonna rest like that on the tripod and just wait. We are gonna make our own whizzed up coconut homemade curry sauce right now. Of course, if you wanna skip this step, you can just buy a jar. I don't mind, all right? Your family are gonna love it. You're gonna make this, they're gonna be like, this is sensational. Well, yeah, I know, jar sauce. Shh. This is part of my food blender processor thing because we're gonna make a curry sauce simple. No simmering down or anything like that. We're just gonna get whizzy. Let's get busy. Chicken jalfrezi. All right, into this vessel, we are gonna put, well, this is a pepper. Oh my gosh, we gotta really get you down there. Ah dear, they might get wedged. 2 garlic cloves, boom, boom. A handful of fresh coriander, stalks and all. This is some curry paste. This is a medium one. Chopped tomatoes, tin of. Oh yeah. Okay, and this is some ginger paste, which is not what ginger people put when they go sunbathing. And last but not least, this is some coconut milk. Oh, boom. Oh. And that is our curry sauce done. I know what you're thinking. Whilst you made your sauce, you made your naan bread, you could go watch Cobra Kai. No, you can see, look. I just told him about Cobra Kai, it's good, isn't it?
Very good, you got me into it.
Mrs. B likes it, ladies. Even the ladies like it, okay? It's not none of that crazy Star Trek stuff. Look, this is my office, it's getting there. I've got to move my desk in later.
I don't want to break one of your compartments. These look very...
It's the yum capacitor, it's not compartments.
Okay.
Right, as we can see, folks, the chicken has done well. I mean, it's probably not completely perfectly done, but we're just gonna shimmy it around a little bit. And as we're gonna bake the rest of it for half an hour, we will add the sauce in now. We'll coat it, we'll drench it, and we'll get the rice on, and we'll get the naans in, and Mrs. B can decide if we do the bonus thing or not. Basically, you said that the pressure's on you.
That is pressure.
So this is our rice section.
All the water?
Yeah, all the water. Oh, and that water should mostly get absorbed. That's 2 tablespoons. It looks like a lot.
I was just going to say, that's a lot of butter.
Actually, I think it should have been 1 tablespoon.
Should I take one out? A bit out?
Yeah. It just looks like an iceberg. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I got some rice with it.
That's all right. Rice is nice. What?
Oh my goodness, what have you done to this foil?
What, I didn't have a wrap master for it.
Yeah,
I got a
it's
wrap
foil.
master for cling film.
Foil doesn't stick to you like cling film.
You can get a wrap master
Okay.
for like foil as well. I'm gonna have to get one. I'm not very good with stuff like that. It scares me. Foil makes me feel all like electric.
But there's a...
All right.
It's not gonna...
We're just gonna get some foil off. Mrs. B's gonna help me get some foil off, and we just got to cover the rice. Stop playing with that.
Did you have a fight with it or something?
All right, nice one, Mrs. B. She's covered the rice for me because I'm not very good with foil, as we've now discovered. So, so much stuff off camera. So here is my curry sauce. Coconut, tomatoes, all that flavour in there, the peppers, garlic, ginger, curry paste. Is it coming out?
No, you're very good at making foil constructions.
Thanks. All right, so here's our naan bread. Wow, it's massive. It's kind of puffed up a little bit just whilst it's rested, which is cool. But I've decided, folks, I've made an executive decision. We're going to do a bonus section in our 1, 2, 3, 4 thing today. So it's actually going to be 1, 2, 4, 4. So let's just get this made first of all. This is the naan bread, and I've got a little bit more flour, okay? And we're going to roll it out proper rough, okay? Sometimes you have like an oval tear shape. In fact, look at that. I'm just gonna stick that in, that's fine. But here's the moment of truth, will it fit? Oh yes it will. And I've got a compartment left over. Now, do you remember the other day I did a kitchen gadget video and in the air fryer I made some samosas? Well, I haven't got the pastry to make that, but in the supermarket earlier I bought this. This is a pack of samosas that are ready made, so rather than doing the phyllo pastry step, if you want, in fact you could get the whole thing ready made and just bake it if you want, but we're going to stick a couple of these in and bake it alongside it. It's just like how I made them the other day. Phyllo pastry wrapped up, there's peas and veg and all that in there, curry paste, all that stuff. Very nice indeed, and hopefully they ain't going to move much, so they're ideal if you've got a little spot on your pan that you want to use. Right down there. Ooh, sorry, I was just doing a behind the scenes video on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, by the way, it's Mr. Barry Lewis. Check it out, I do some silly stories and stuff. So what we're looking for then, we're gonna bake this with that on. It's gonna absorb all the moisture, and we should have some nice rice, which we'll fluff up at the end. This is just gonna all warm through, cook the chicken, the onions, ram that flavour in. Hopefully it won't simmer and bubble up, might thicken up, that'd be great. The samosas are really simple, they're just gonna bake through and warm through. They're pretty much idiot proof. Now when it comes to the naan, what I'm gonna do, I'll do this at the end as well for the last 5 minutes, but I've got a little bit of butter here. But when I do this at the end, I'll add some herbs to it as well. I'm just gonna brush that on there to just see if that speeds up the cooking process. That is now ready for the oven. We're gonna bake this whole thing for half an hour. It does look a little bit of a crazy concoction, I must admit, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. If anything bonkers happens, I'll let you know. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay folks, it's been 40 minutes. The only thing I did about 15 minutes ago was I took the foil off the rice, steaming up, fluffed it through a little bit. Most of the water and butter was absorbed anyway. It looks so good, just to sort of mix up a little bit. And also the naan bread, it was looking a little bit bland. I turned it over, and where we brushed the butter, for some reason the bottom half looked way better. So do keep your eye on that. But other than that, I think it's worked. Let's get it out. It smells so good in here. Smell that. Smell. Alright, so let's get it out, and if you do like this, do let me know what other cuisine ideas you've got. Maybe I could do a British one. Maybe my favourite cuisine is actually Mexican. I just love the simplicity of it. I want some chimichanga, baby. I really need to get some new oven gloves. Ow! So here we go then, folks. The curry is looking amazing. It does thicken up a little bit on the top like it would, almost like a sort of skin. Do watch out for a couple of the onions charring, so you can move that around a little bit too. But that is looking blooming stonking. The chicken is cooked through. I took a piece out and sliced it, I do know that. But the already initial bake, plus another 40 minutes, you're not gonna have some rare chicken there. The rice, we've all fluffed it up. All of that moisture has been super absorbed, and the buttery flavour is on there. The samosas, we don't talk about them, all right? So that's the first rule of Fight Club. We don't talk about them. They're brilliant. They've worked out really, really well. You cover them in foil if they start to catch, just like anything. Anything starts to catch, as I say, just cover it in foil, stop it burning. And the naan bread. Oh, Nana, what's my name? So, just to finish it off and enhance it a teeny weeny bit, got some more melted butter and some herbs to sprinkle on top. There we go. I'm going to take this right out. Oh, it's so warm and wholesome. Look at it. Ow, it's really warm and wholesome. Ow. All right, let's serve it up. Oh, and I've got the perfect enthusiastic assistant in the... Have you taken a picture of it yet? I would say, just out of shot you can't see the tray, but this probably comfortably serves 2 people. Definitely enough rice. I had 2 samosas. Not that that was much effort for us. And the naan bread, I mean, I guess you could tear that in half and share it, but who shares a naan bread? That looks amazing. I'm going to get Mrs. Barry to vet, also the fact that she's hungry, but I'm going to get her to vet that this is edible. Like watching the Becky eat in the wild.
That is amazing.
You good?
Yeah.
Not too strong?
No, and the rice.
Yeah, is the rice alright? Try the naan. I'm interested to see if the naan's doughy. Oh, you're just you're just eating. Is it cooked through?
Wow.
Yeah? Nailed it! Happy wife, happy life. 1 pan curry done. Please do let me know down below what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe for regular videos and food fun. Follow me on social media, behind the scenes bits and bits. Consider supporting me on Patreon if you wish. And don't forget, a pug is for life, not just for Christmas. All right, that's the key message today. See you next time. Are you just eating?
Of course.
Bye!
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
See, folks, the yum capacitor.
Oh.
What?
I thought you were saying younger.
Yum. Yum.
Makes sense now.